Hi there, and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how I make savoury rolls. Now these are a little bit like sausage rolls, but they have a minced beef and onion filling with some bacon and spices added. So they're very tasty. Please have a look and then you can try it for yourself. Here is the ingredients. It's quite straightforward and everything on the list should be available at your local supermarket. Okay, we'll start off with the parsley. I'm just going to break the leaves off the stalks because I just want to chop up the leaves. So we're chopping up the leaves now. So next I'm going to do the onion. You need one onion. I've already chopped half of it. I cut it in half and then I cut it like this. It makes it easy to chop. Just put little slices down. And then you cut it like that. Get your fingers out of the way. And then it's easy to chop. Right, next I want to weigh out about 120 grams. This is Streaky Smoked Bacon, and we're just going to dice it. I use a pair of scissors to do this. There's probably easier ways, but it's the only way I know. So we've got 120 grams there. I'm just going to cut it up with a pair of scissors. Bacon definitely does stick to your fingers. I can imagine everyone in the world chops up bacon like this. Right, now it's time to start frying up the mixture, or the filling. So we put a bit of fat in the pan, get the pan up to temperature, and we'll start off with the bacon. And we're going to fry this at a medium heat for about 5 minutes. Very sticky bacon. Sticks to everything, like cling film, which only clings to itself. Just keep stirring it. It does render out a lot of fat, but not to worry about that. Now we're going to add the onion. And you're going to fry that up for a further 5 minutes, by which time the bacon should be fairly crispy. Keep stirring it, mix it all in. Right, now you want 2 cloves of garlic, which you're just going to crush into the filling. I tend not to try and over fry garlic because if you burn garlic it tastes very bitter and that will actually ruin the filling. You don't want that to happen. So stir it all in. Now you're going to add your minced beef. This is 200 grams of lean minced beef, which is about 5% fat. Stir it all in and keep going until the beef turns brown. There's a few other things to add just yet, so right, now plenty of pepper. I generally don't put salt in this because the Streaky Smoked Bacon is quite salty in its own right, so you don't need to add any extra salt. But I do put plenty of pepper in. It looks like I'm putting an awful lot in, but the pepper dispenser, or whatever you call it, is not very good. I think it needs a service or something. You don't get much pepper out of it. Pepper grinder, that's it, not a pepper dispenser. Right, now you want 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, which you just put in. And a teaspoon of cumin. This gives it a sort of spicy flavour. And the cayenne pepper adds a bit of heat to it. Mix it all in again. Okay, we've now arrived at the point where it's pretty much fried up and done. So we're going to put a splodge of tomato puree in. I think I put 6 grams on the ingredients. That looks like about 6 grams. And just stir that in. Mix it all in. So it's all combined. That's it. Right, turn the heat off the pan before you add the cheese. Now you want to add about 50 grams of either mozzarella or Gouda. Gouda is actually probably the better cheese because it has more taste to it and it melts just as easily as mozzarella. So you've turned the heat off the pan, and what this will do, oh, you add the parsley as well, forgot about that. So what this will do is actually bind the filling together. It makes it easier to hold it all in place when you actually put it in the pastry wrappers. See, it's getting quite stringy now, so it's actually starting to hold the filling together. Just keep stirring it until it's all mixed in. Well, I think we're pretty much there. Right, out comes the magic mat. This is a rubberized mat which I use for rolling pastry and making bread and other things which would otherwise stick to the workbench. I mean, obviously if you don't have one of these, then just use the workbench. So I'm going to crack an egg and whisk it up. This is basically to seal the edges of the pastry. myself out. So I'm going to cut this into quarters. And each quarter should probably give you 2 sausage rolls. So you should hopefully end up with 8. Well, savoury rolls, not sausage rolls. Wash my mouth out in soap. So you're going to sort of roll these into a long shape. It's difficult to describe, so I'll probably just let you watch the video so you'll see what I mean. You just want a sort of long thing. Like that. That's what I meant. I just break off pieces of the filling. The cheese, as I said before, holds it all together. I think I've probably got enough there. Probably overfill that slightly. Now you're just going to roll it over and try and keep the filling as tight in against the pastry as possible. It'll probably try and escape. Right, so you're going to put some whisked egg wash to, this will stick the end of the pastry onto the actual roll itself. What I do is I use my thumb just to sort of push it down a bit. It gives a better seal for the pastry. Makes sure that it doesn't all come apart in the oven. So you just trim the edges so it looks all neat and tidy. So I'm going to put a bit of egg over the top, and I'm going to put some holes in with the point of the knife. This is just to vent it. Pop it onto the baking tray, onto the next one. I've fast forwarded this a bit, as you'll notice there's only one lump of pastry left. So I've done, this is the third one, the second half of the third one. Again, you're going to roll it over, making sure that that whatever falls out gets pushed back in again with your fingers. Can be a bit tricky, but you'll get used to it. Again, push the edges down with your thumb and then put some egg wash on. There you go. Just trim off the edges. Just pop some holes in with the point of the knife. Add it to the ones on the baking tray, and there they all are. Should have 8 there. Ready to go in the oven. Now when you put these in the oven should be set to 200 degrees centigrade on a fan oven. Probably 210 if you don't have a fan oven. And they need to be in there for 20 minutes. So 200 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. And there they are, cooking in the oven. Out they come. Yum yum. They sure are peculiar looking things. A bit big actually. Just let them cool down. Ouch. Just going to cut one in half so you can see what it looks like in the middle. As I said before, these are very tasty. For party food, I think people will love these. You can make them a lot smaller actually, which maybe is what I should have done, but there you go. Line them up for a photo shoot. And that's it. Savoury rolls. Well, I hope you liked the video and thank you for watching. If you liked it, then please hit the like button because that will help me to make future videos. And if you want notification of when new videos come out, and I try to produce them every week, then please hit the subscribe button. The more the merrier. Thank you very much.